Hello, today I have with me Peter Merrick. Peter is a recognized expert in the world of succession planning and insurance. Peter, I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about succession planning. Do you have any general comments about, when you should be having conversations with your clients or what you should be doing?
Well, I think anybody listening to this video should have already started those conversations because according to the statistics, Joe, half the businesses within Canada are going to go through an ownership or control transition, either to family members, to key employees, to third-party buyers. And unfortunately, a big percentage of them who are not having those discussions are going to disappear.
How long does it take to go through the whole succession process, would you say?
Well, number one, you have to come to the idea that you eventually want to transition out. And number two, then you have to talk to your experts. And the first expert that most business owners are going to be speaking to happen to be the ones who have been most consistent in their business, and that's going to be the accountant.
So do you have any suggestions or concepts or topics or ways to broach the subject anyways that accountants can use? What is the first thing they do or say to a prospective retiree?
Well, I think the most important thing is to just listen, because you're there and you know what the stories are. The excitement might be gone. The individual is talking about how they want to take more time to do the things that they want to do. They have enough money. They're tired. Things are changing. The future doesn't look great. Just to listen to what the client is saying. There's certain indicators that you should listen to and ask them, what are your plans? And that should just be an open-ended question, and find out from the client what their plans are. And perhaps by having that question, it's going to be they'll be able to address it and then maybe start the process much sooner.
Okay. Sorry, Peter, what about the whole concept of your client that comes to you and is saying, I was at the barber shop and my buddy's accountant started talking to me about succession planning. I think I'm going to go over there and get it done. Thanks for your help, Joe, for all these years. Do you have any, comments or suggestions about, potential loss of clients?
Well, I call it the second spouse. And what that is the first spouse in the example would be the accountant who helps the client get to a certain stage. And then the client feels that maybe this person here can't get me over the finish line. So the way to prevent that, Joe, is to have those conversations and have them now, because it's very interesting that you brought that up. Almost so many different professional organizations, such as insurance agents, financial advisors, banks, insurance companies, everybody's having that conversation with your client. You are in the best position as the accountant to have that conversation. You should be the one starting it, because if you don't start it, someone else is going to start it, and they might end up leading it and leading the client out the door.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Peter. Any final concepts, or do we want to leave it off there?
Well, I just want to show my new book.
All right, The King of Main Street. So that's a story, isn't it?
It's a story that talks about succession planning, building a business, transitioning out of the business, and what the most important things are after the business. And one thing I just want to share, I read over 200 books on male and also aging.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Peter.